the day's other headlines, thousands of protesters engulfed the Tennessee state capitol as majority Republicans moved to oust 3 Democratic lawmakers. Representatives Justin Pearson, Gloria Johnson, and Justin Jones had led anti-gun protests from the House floor last week. Today, their supporters surrounded the Capitol building and crowded inside as the trio, with raised fists, entered the House hand in hand. The calls for gun control have grown since a school shooting in Nashville killed 6 people, including 3 children.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We are talking about nothing less than 75 people overruling the wishes of 78,000 people. And you're going to cut off debate? Give me a break. Is this a circus? You are talking about kicking somebody out of this body. Grow up. If you can't sit through a conversation or a debate on something no less than expelling a colleague, grow up. Get out of here. You don't belong here. You want to call the question? I am humiliated. I'm embarrassed. Look at the rules of procedure, the ethic rules. The purpose of this is to hold the respect and confidence of the people. Representatives should avoid conduct that even appears to violate the trust the people have placed in them. What are we doing? Call them the question.
Private jets, lavish trips, and access to exclusive clubs, all provided to Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas for more than 2 decades by a Dallas businessman and Republican megadonor. That's according to exclusive reporting today by ProPublica. The luxury trips around the globe were valued in the hundreds of thousands of dollars and all went unreported on Justice Thomas's financial disclosures. Your reporting raises real questions about conflicts of interest, improper influence, Supreme Court ethics. What did you find?
So we found that Justice Thomas has been accepting luxury, lavish trips from a Dallas billionaire Republican donor virtually every year for over 20 years. So we found private jet flights around the world. We found international cruises on a super yacht, regular vacations at a invitation-only private resort, all in secret. And then took him island hopping for 9 days on a super yacht staffed by a private chef and a host of stewardesses.
Reads, quote, "We have never asked about a pending or lower court case, and Justice Thomas has never discussed one. And we have never sought to influence Justice Thomas on any legal or political issue." Is that statement sufficient based on your reporting?
I mean, so there's a broader question of influence here that is very much still an open question. These men have spent a lot of time together over the years, and what they've discussed and whether Crow has had any influence on Thomas, whether that's directly or indirectly, is still unknown. So Crow has never personally had a case before the Supreme Court, but he has vast financial and ideological interests.
You spoke to a number of experts on the issue of disclosure requirements. What did they conclude upon reviewing your reporting?
They concluded that Thomas appears to have violated the disclosure law. There is a law that was passed after Watergate that requires high-level officials from members of Congress to justices of the Supreme Court to disclose most gifts that they receive to the public. And it's actually one of the few binding restrictions on the Supreme Court justices. And we talked to ethics lawyers, and they said that he appears to have violated it here.